And then the other thing, super fun for the island, is the electric knife fighting championship.
You were telling me
party.
about this, and you were doing it was like, this is going to be fun. Joining us today is Christine Urban, who has a number of names, which is why I had to check. And Christine and I are sitting here on the deck at Duna Tower, which is at Prospera. And she's involved with the Infinita Games, which have now been going on, because now we're on March 5th. But they started last month. They go to the end of the month. I wanted to get you on earlier. We just didn't have a chance. And you've been busy. I've been busy. But this is going to be on. We're taping it on the 5th. It'll be on next week.
Okay.
So the 7th on, what's left with the program? And let's tell me how you got involved and why you got involved and what you like about it.
All right. Well, the story is that I got involved with Prospera because I am a person that loves to build neighborhoods and communities.
Mm-hmm.
And I want to make the world a better place. And so I got invited to come here and live here for 6 months and build the community here in Duna. And then I went back to the United States and I was so bored after I'd been here. And then I got hired by Infinita City. And now I'm the ecosystem manager. And so now I help build the ecosystem around Infinita City here, which means all kinds of things. But I do a lot of the programming. I connect a lot of people. I always meet people when they come to Duna Tower who are staying here and kind of help them get oriented and also connect them to the people that they want to find, you know?
You have no problem meeting people.
No.
When I met you, I was hosting the Rotary Gala in
right.
December, and I decided to I just needed a moment alone. So I was sitting at the bar and bam, you walked up and you're like, I understand you're somebody. And I'm like, what are you talking about? Well, you're wearing a red blazer with glitter. Yeah. And I asked somebody and they said you were the MC and that you were also the owner of Blue Wave Radio.
Yeah.
And I'm like, okay, well, that takes huevos. Because so that's the kind of person that meets people and then can connect people.
Yeah.
Because you can't connect people if you don't know them. Yeah. So we've got 3 weeks roughly left by the time this airs. Describe some of the things that have taken place. I know that the poker tournament, the biomarker study is wrapping up this week.
So let me start by saying that Infinita City is really into longevity. And so we had what's called a longevity biomarker competition, which involved taking a lot of baseline blood work and other kinds of biological tests, and then spending a month maybe doing your own thing to improve. So like I decided that I would not drink alcohol and I would use the stairs. And those were my two things that I was going to do. And then we get to take all the same tests over again and see if we've improved. And there's this idea of how old are you chronologically. And then there's also this idea of like, how old are you biologically, right? And so hopefully I have improved my age, so I would have gone down. But I have a feeling that I may have slipped up some places and might even be worse. But it's great. We had like 40 athletes compete. You also competed, I think.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
And it's been really fun. And then the other thing that we have had is we had a speed debate, which was really intellectual. It's a bunch of nerds hanging out on Friday night.
Wait a minute, I was there.
I know.
And you were the one that was the judge.
I know.
And I didn't win my debate. I was in
an indefensible.
It was an indefensible position. It was a really good debate, and the debater was one of the tech guys here.
Yeah.
Was he from Argentina, I believe? Tuli was his name. And really smart guy, very eloquent. I could see why he was a good debater as soon as he started talking. He had his mind very logical. But that was good because the man putting on that debate was going back to the idea that we need to be able to have discourse without screaming at each other.
Exactly.
I mean, last night I was watching a video where a Senate hearing in the United States was going on, and one of the senators was angry about something that the witness was testifying about, but the witness had said some really awful negative things about the senator.
Yeah.
He couldn't handle him.
Yeah.
He wanted to challenge him right there.
Yeah.
And if it wasn't for the head of the committee stopping him, there would have been a fight. And I'm like, that's the kind of people we have in office.
Right.
Anyway, that's a really important thing. Knowing how to make an argument, knowing how to walk away, knowing sometimes you're going to get licked. I mean, I knew there was no defense because I'd actually defended that position,
Right.
the opposite in the previous debate.
Yeah.
And it wasn't an easy win, but it was, folks, it was about AI and do we need controls on AI?
Yeah.
And one side was, no, we don't want any controls. And the other is, yes, we need controls. Yes, we need controls. Yeah. It's really hard to defend the position that you don't.
I think, though, that one of the best things about the sport of debate is, first of all, there's a structure. And then sometimes it requires you to argue something that you don't personally agree on. But what helps you understand someone else's point of view better, even if you don't agree with them, right? And going through that process and sort of structuring your conversation and your debate, it's a really healthy way to have public discourse that is civil and makes people maybe understand different people's point of view. And we all know we need so much more of that in the world today.
No, it's my way or the highway. No. If you don't like it, hit the road. Okay, so you've got those two things, the biomarker, the debate, and then there was a poker tournament.
The poker tournament's right now. So the way it worked is there was basically 3 days, so Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, that you could play in to get a spot into tomorrow's championship. So I haven't got to play because I've been running around like a nut. But tonight I'll play. So I hope I get a spot in for tomorrow. And so we'll see. Maybe I'll win big for tomorrow.
And there's real actual Bitcoin money.
Yeah.
On the table. And it's not cheap. It's a lot.
Right. And I think if it all works out tomorrow, the prize pool should be about $15,000, which I cannot convert to Satoshis in my head right now. But the idea here too is just to educate people a little bit about Bitcoin. So it's not a special club. It's more like if you don't know about it and you want to see how it works and why is it important. There's tons of people around here in Prospera, the Bitcoin Education Center, that can help you understand it. So it's not an exclusive club. It's a club we want everyone in.
Now let's talk about that for a second. I think some people, by nature of the fact Prospera and Duna, and it's up on Crawfish Rock Road,
right.
And which they're paving. They started repaving part of it, thank goodness. But it is open to the public.
Yeah.
This area is it's not a private enclave. There's a lot of resources here, but I don't think people on the island really are aware of that yet. And that's a communications issue that I would say is something that needs to be developed because you and I know there needs to be better handshakes between the community and what's going on here.
Yeah.
Given the fact that I'm a fan of Prospera.
Yeah.
I think it's a great idea. I think the ability to fast track really smart people without controlling them in a way that is intentionally done to stop them,
right.
Which is how the system is set up with regulations in the U.S. government.
I think that it's also it's very nuanced, for example. But the one way I like to explain Prospera to people is that imagine in the United States, you have a big mall, right? Prospera is the mall. It's the property. And where I actually work for, it's called Infinita City. And it's like a store in the mall, right? So in crypto language, we would say that Infinita City is an L2. But in regular language, we can think about it as Prospera is a big mall. And there's lots of stores here. Infinita City is a store. Green Cilantro, which is an amazing restaurant that the public can come to, is here. It's a beautiful location. It's open every day. We also have an amazing coffee shop here that anyone could come to. They're building out many, many things here. There's going to be some new bars and restaurants here. there's also going to be very exciting biohub lab here in this studio building.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
Good. Because there is a doctor here that is doing some work
and
on
then
the first floor.
That's right. That's the Ad Astra Clinic, and anyone from the public is more than welcome to come and use his services. And he's great.
Yeah, he's a really nice guy. Okay, so toward the end of the month, what are we going to see wrap up here by March 27th?
So I made sure I made some notes because I was not going to get it all right. But before we get off of the events, the one thing I want to call out is for people that are really curious, there's a lot of opinions, but there's a lot of people that don't really understand it. But we're having a summit that's coming up, and it's called the Liberty Acceleration Summit. And it has a lot of these kind of new governance, new government type, we got to do better in the world, speakers coming in from around the world. And I would really invite anyone from the island to come. You can contact me and I can get you a special discount code. It's called the Liberty Acceleration Summit, and it's happening March 25th and 26th. And if you want to learn more about what is this going on over here, this is a great opportunity for you to do that. And then also Prospera has Prospera weekends. As a resident of the island, you can come and hang out for $50, have a great lunch, learn all about Prospera. So that's more about the government and what people are ideologically trying to do here. But for fun, we got lots of games.
Before you go there.
Yeah.
As a radio station owner, they need to be advertising that.
Hey, I don't work for Prospera.
No, but you do connect people.
I do.
Okay.
But we have probably one of the most exciting games that we have is a Bitcoin chess competition. And again, if you need help registering, we want anyone on the island that can play chess.
Bitcoin chess.
Yeah. So I'm more than happy to help you register. But basically, it's a chess competition. We have over 10 grandmasters coming from all over the world.
Oh, that's a 5-minute game with those guys.
I know, but I really, you don't understand though. Chess is one of those things I heard that there was some guy on the island that's a master chess player, and he works at a garage or something. There is nothing better than having someone from the island come whoop a grandmaster's butt. So I
haven't heard that, but it wouldn't surprise me.
I would love it. And there is a 2 Bitcoin prize. So this is significant money.
Yeah,
if it had been a month ago, it would have been
just to get an idea, 2 Bitcoins is 80,000 roughly right now.
Yeah, right now.
But given a couple of months or so when the market switches, because it always does.
It always does.
It can double that.
Yeah.
It won't be entirely unexpected if it goes back up to over 100,000 per Bitcoin.
Absolutely.
So that 160 or that 80,000 becomes 200,000 really fast.
That's happening March 16th through the 22nd. And then the other thing super fun for the island is the electric knife fighting championship.
You were telling me about this, and you were doing it was this is going to be fun.
It's going to be so fun. So we have the largest geodesic dome in Central America right here. He's right down there. And that's on March 21st. It's only $10 to attend. It includes 2 drinks. And we're also looking for fighters, which of course is free. So what an electric knife is this little device. It's kind of like a taser. And so when you get into the fighting mindset, it raises your adrenaline. And this is where it connects with longevity and being alive. I mean, you really get a rush, and you kind of dance around and you try to tap somebody with it. And it's really fun, and it doesn't really hurt that much, but it just really gets you going. And then we have a bunch of the island DJs coming. So it'll be a dance party, and then there'll be a little electric knife fight. And then we were just cooking up some really wild, fun, little sideshow events. So it's going to be a super fun party. There's going to be tons of the island DJs there, and then interspersed with some electric knife fighting. And this is something that I would love for all of Roatan to come and hang out with us here.
I'm just trying to imagine you. I saw how much glee was in your eyes as you were describing tapping somebody with an electric knife.
It's so fun.
until you get tapped.
You can also like come and practice.
It's all fun and games till somebody pokes out your eye.
We have some like practice events on Tuesdays leading up to the event.
Yeah, yeah. But it turns out adrenaline, let's talk about that real quick.
Yeah.
They've done some studies where actually adrenaline, it really invigorizes your body. It's like wham. It's like, and so some adrenaline is good for you, which is why people like to jump out of completely good airplanes and fall 10,000 feet.
Well, Electric Knife Fight could do the same thing for you.
Yeah.
Or you could also, on March 7th, there's Energize over at Pristine Bay, and you could jump in a cold plunge, and that does it for you too. So a lot safer than the other things. And Energize is more like think about it as like a wellness dance, yoga, cold plunge party over at Pristine Bay. Super fun.
This is why a lot of these highly functioning athletes, the super capable athletes, it's why they party hard. It's why they do crazy things and get in trouble. They go downhill skiing on triple diamonds. Yeah. If there is a triple diamond, and they're going straight downhill, at 65, 70 miles an hour. And it's because they never get tired of that adrenaline, and they end up getting in trouble because,
got to push it more and more.
They can't. Yeah. Well, at a certain point, I think we all, if you drink coffee and you've never drank it, the first time you're like, okay, but after the third or fourth cup every day for 6 or 7 years, it's kind of like you don't feel the jolt as much.
No.
Yeah. So anyway, all right. So then
we've got a marathon on March 29th.
Now this is you're talking about on the radio. So a marathon, 26.2 miles. Are you going to do a real marathon? So it's a half marathon.
Half marathon. Sorry.
So 13.1.
Yep. I'm probably going to walk it.
It's going to take you 3 hours walking.
That's okay.
Okay.
Do that. But that's really.
Is it going to be up and downhill or is it flat?
No, it's like flat out on the main road.
On the main road. Okay.
And so that's March 29th. It's $45 to enter that. And then the last thing that we have for the games that is like another crown jewel for us, it's not really a competition, but more of an experience and an opportunity. So if there's anybody out there that has jujitsu and they like really are into fighting or boxing or martial arts, we have Cyborg Abreu coming. He's a 7-time world champion. He's from Brazil, and he's going to run his
name is Cyborg.
Yeah. That should tell you something. But that's April 1st through the 5th. And if you want to come and stay at Pristine Bay, of course, there's people coming in from all over the world, and they're going to pay $2,000 to stay for the 5 days and get all the meals but you can also come for just $250 a day just to take the seminar with him. So you don't have to do the accommodation thing.
Is he only doing one day for the seminar?
No, it's the 1st through the 5th.
Oh, so he's doing it every day, the seminar. Okay,
it's going to be like grappling and techniques, and it's going to be awesome.
There you go.
And I got to meet him when he was here to scope it out.
Is he like 6'6"?
He is not very tall.
Okay.
He is very wide, and he has the cauliflower ears,
Oh yeah, well, yeah.
He's super cool.
You like that?
No, it's just like you see him and you're
you see him and he's had some punishment.
He is like a brick house.
Yeah. Yeah.
And so that's really exciting. And then the only other thing I didn't mention, it's not really a game, but just so people know that Infinita City, we are also, we really help people who have business ideas.
Right.
Usually something to do with maybe longevity, science, scalable ideas, not necessarily like a small business. That's not really our wheelhouse, but.
So if I want to start a tortilla place, nah.
Not really. Yeah. I'm not saying that we wouldn't help you, but it's not our wheelhouse.
We're going to make the world's biggest tortillas. They're 30 feet long.
Right. Yeah. But we do run an accelerator here, and it's starting this week, and it goes through March 28th.
No, really, they're the best tortillas in the.
I mean, if you have a big vision for how you're going to spread these tortillas worldwide, then maybe.
people can live in them.
Yeah. And you can
and eat them while they live there.
We have a lot of really special investors coming from around the world on March 28th for a demo day.
Yeah.
Now there is like a competition to get into that slot of
right. So they're weeding out the ideas to see which ones are the most scalable, potentially biggest earnings, and then there's like an entrepreneurial ranking on those that is a score between 0 and 100, and if it's not over 50, they just kind of thanks for coming, Bob.
But I don't play like that though, because like I owned a small business. That's how I started out in the world, sort of. And I actually feel like my small business skills are come into play so much, especially around some of the tech bros that maybe have never I don't know. It's like they have these big ideas, but they don't know how to do the small stuff.
Well, you got to start with the small stuff.
Right. And
I mean, it's one thing to be able to, I will say the biggest transition from when I was an on-air radio personality doing mornings in San Diego, even though I was helping with their marketing, I was the vice president of marketing for these guys. Even though I knew about that area, I wasn't running the business. It was, I need this. Okay, boom, you got that. We need this. Okay, we do that. You do a morning show. Okay, I interview these guys. I play the music. I go out in public, twice a week. But, at the end of the day, I'm walking home with a paycheck and then going and playing golf or doing whatever I do. And I'm not making the decisions that affect the entire operation.
Right.
And that's a different world. And people, small business people, they live by it. So no, I can see how your skills would come in handy.
And then it's also like, that's really what Prospera and Infinita City are about.
Right.
Is that we want everyone, anyone, if you're the lady on the side of the street selling fruit and you want to get bigger and better and grow, we're here for you.
Yeah.
Everyone has to start somewhere.
Yeah.
And
well, that would be a good ongoing thing.
Yeah.
I know that when I was a kid, we had a program in the United States, and I can't recall what it was called, but it was, I think, Junior Achievement.
Yeah.
And Junior Achievement would have local business owners take a concept that was probably the same concept they'd used, and depending on how big these kids, how many groups they had, they'd go, okay, so we're going to do this. We're going to start here. We're going to do this. You're going to do this. You're going to do this. You're going to do this. We're all going to work together as a team, and we're going to sell matchbooks with your name stamped in it.
Whatever.
When everybody smoked.
Yeah, it's
very popular.
Way back in some other lifetime, I had, when I had my small business, a college asked me to teach an entrepreneurship class. And I didn't use a textbook. I just made them start a business. I didn't care what it was. It didn't matter. You just had to start a business. You had to come up with the plan. And it was a great way to teach people accounting and marketing.
Yeah.
And
you can't cheat making something.
No.
You can cheat on a textbook.
And then the other thing I found out is that small business is a lot of work.
Yeah.
You just work and work and work and work.
No, it's 24/7.
24/7. And so then that's when I kind of got into like tech entrepreneurship and tech type businesses, because you can scale and make more faster.
Yeah. With fewer people.
With fewer people.
I mean, I think Zuckerberg started, he had 150 people in the company.
He had a couple guys in his college dorm rooms.
When it really started. Yeah. That's crazy, right?
Yeah. And now a lot of things we've been doing over here too, and we welcome the public, is we've been having like vibe coding classes and AI classes. So for people that don't really understand, like now more than ever, you can make anything. You don't need anyone. You can do it all through vibe coding, it's called, which means that you can like kind of make your own software now without having to be a software developer.
It's nice to have somebody to ask questions though, because and I use a lot of AI.
Yeah.
And then different ways. And I'll match this AI together, and this will give me an output, and I'll go to this one and go,
right.
Take a look at this.
Yeah.
Can it be better? Yeah, it can be better. And then take a look at this. I send it to the next one, and I take it back, and I'm like, these guys said this. And the AI is like, really? Those are good observations.
I mean, it's like a whole, how do you play that game? And so I mentioned some of our like big events, but we have a whole calendar. It's infinita.city/SOLA. And we have community events all the time. There's an AI class, I think, every Sunday for the next couple of weeks. We have game night here at Duna Tower, usually every Thursday. And we would love anyone to come and hang out with us.
Well, it's been great talking to you.
Thanks, Keith.
Despite having not as many names as me.
Yeah. I think the best one is I'm the glue here in
You're the
Duna.
glue?
Yeah, I'm the glue.
Okay. You could be the straw that stirs the drink.
Yeah, I like that too.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Pleasure.
All
Thank
right.
you.
We'll see ya.
We'll
Come
talk
say
to-
hi.
We'll talk to you next time.